So this is the thing I've been working on the last couple of days. This end's open because it's kind of butted up against the wall. This end's closed because it's the front. Now we've got the top part of it and the sides, and this angled part's just to make it look pretty. It happened to be this top section was basically perfectly two pieces of this, or 32mm strap or whatever it is that I got a bunch of. But yeah, that is this. Alright, so I've got the final pieces I need to weld onto this cap to complete it. Just two more pieces of steel. That one I've got cut pretty much perfect. The other one I've left a little bit too short, so it kind of falls through. So what I think I'm going to do is tack this one into position because it just sits, and we're going to try to get this one tacked into position. We are still set to 80 amps on the welder. It's not working as well as I was hoping. Just a bit of filler to there we go. I got that bit in. Now, maybe a magnet will allow me to get that one held into position. I thought we had a bit more room on top. Hopefully we're going to have a little bit of a lip, but that's okay. Might go away when I weld it. Let's weld that in. Where are we at? Those two bits tacked on. I'm going to have a bit of a gap to fill down here in particular, and a bit on the other side. That's going to be a challenge. This side, not so much. Give ourselves a clean tungsten. Ooh, I know I'd be better off just me on the ground instead of on the chair. Yep, I think that should be fine. I don't know how much of that you could actually see, because my hands might have actually been in the way of that. I'm not sure. We will find out later. But for that big gap I just had, I'm pretty happy how that came out. You can see I've got a full penetrating weld because it was a gap. That looks pretty neat as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, flip it around, do the other side. The other side we'll end up starting with a bit of the gap and move into the smaller gap. I will try to make sure I have enough visibility. If I'm there, you can still be seen. Yeah, that should be fine. Okie dokie. That's weld number 2. Pretty happy with that. That finish isn't the greatest, but yeah, you can see the it's a bit warm. Let me get let's hold this way. We can see the penetration we got on this one, and the first one, that's the big gap. That's the second gap. Now I guess I'll weld up the 3 long bits. Now, this side I have a bit of a lip, so I wonder if I should weld it like that and see how we go. Tungsten looks alright, I think. Interesting. Okay, is that working? Seems to be working alright. Not adding filler, I'm literally just using the overhang bit to join it. We'll do this and then have a look on the other side. Probably could crank the amps up a little bit for this, but we'll keep going. Yeah, done with it. Little eyes going through the picture, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. Alright, so that bit, it's a bit raised, still not perfect. But it'll do. It'll do. Now, I might do the middle bit now, and then we'll do this edge. We will put a new tungsten in that because that one got dumped. Not bad. Not my best work, I don't think. I've been taking too many steps on that one, I think. Now I'll get back to the third and final stretch, and then this will be done. That felt a little wibbly wobbly, but let's have a look. I don't know if it's just going to be a bit hot or what. Some solid penetration through it, but that makes this guy all done. I think I did all right with those welds. Oh, this is still hot. See, some of them are like this one. That would be the one that's not fully penetrated because it was kind of overlapping a bit. That'd be that big gap I had. That's just a butt, so some of it kind of got all the way through, but not really. Full fusion down the side, and that one's pretty good. And you could just have surface welds on this and it'll be fine. It's not really a heavily structural device. Now, I could grind it and paint it and make it all smooth and flawless, but I don't think I'm going to bother. I'll paint it just to stop it from rusting, but I don't think I'm going to bother grinding my welds down. I can look at it and go, oh, there are my welds. Alright, so it's a bit rainy and cold, so I'm not going to do any welding today, but we don't need to do any more welding to fix this up. We just need to, basically, I could clean the welds up, but I think they're fine. Need to punch a couple of holes for some screws. I've already marked out the spots, and then we just screw it up, and maybe give it a bit of black spray paint. So all we need to do is set some center points for some drills. Probably just going to drill this all by hand. The actual marks aren't super critical. Do I have a clamp here? One of these clamps. Alrighty, I think it's just a 5mm drill bit straight through, should do it. Those bits. Left clamp. Flip it over. There we go. That's some holes drilled. Probably, do we have a hole saw that I can use to, oh actually maybe even better. Got my little deburring tool here. Let's try to deburr them with it. These are pretty cool little machines. These little deburring tools. Pretty cheap too. Bought that on, I guess, on AliExpress for a couple of bucks. That or eBay or something. Maybe Banggood. I don't tend to buy stuff from Banggood because they did me dirty. There we go. The problem here is I can't really do that very well. We'll try it. Yeah, that'll do. So, to finish this off, we need to paint it. However, it's kind of not a very good day for painting stuff today, so that might have to wait for another day. That, or we try to heat it up a bit with either a hot air gun or a gas torch, just a little bit. What should we do? This part of the audio should be a bit different because I'm actually using a different audio recording method this time. Instead of using little USB-C wireless microphones, the Ulanzi ones I think I've linked to previously. I'm just using a Sennheiser G3 wireless mic with a little 3.5mm to USB-C adapter, and then using open camera to record, which is a bit of a different setup. And that's just because I wasn't a fan of the noise suppression on the Ulanzi mics, so I'm trying this setup. Open mic just so I can see a meter level basically, but yeah, So we see how this part sounds. But that is basically finished. Just needs a clean up and a paint. Won't clean it up now until I go to paint it. But yeah, and we'll see. Screw that up and we'll be done. What I might do actually, while we're going, I don't know if I've given a demonstration of what we are doing here. So, get it out. This is the gate we're using. It's a temporary gate because we rent, so this can all be removed without doing any damage to the property. But this post here is the post, and just because it's got a bunch of knobbly wood there, that's what this guy is. It's not going to sit quite very well because it's a bit swollen, because it's a bit wet. But essentially, that's going to go there like that. Be painted black. Yeah, got a couple of screws that I just drilled to hold it on, and it just caps it off and makes it look a little bit neater. And the other main point of this whole thing was to practice my TIG welding, which, while as far as professional TIG welds go, they're probably not great. As an amateur with a couple of months and a bottle and a half of gas, I reckon that's not too bad for an amateur. Anyway, just for the sake of time, I'm going to end this one here. Maybe I'll chuck a short up or something when I get it painted. But yeah, I hope you like this video. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. Give us a follow. I'm trying to get a few more people onto this so I can hopefully do a bit more. Anyway, I'm Matt. I'm from DIY Data, and I will see you later. Have a good one.